Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black. I'm your host, ThePikaWu. In the last episode we started our way through the Challenger's Cave, and we're going to be continuing going through here as of, today. Of course, towards the end we're going to be kind of just playing around until the end of the episode because we have some things that we need to do off screen, of course, before we can kind of seriously start on anything else after this, because there's really not much left after this except for a whole bunch of powerful trainers, as well as the Elite Four and becoming champion, stuff like that. So, I mean, we kind of just need to, have the ability to start up the next episode with, proper levels. Sorry if my commentary is a little weird today. As you'll probably notice from the DS timer on my, lower screen here, 8:47. That's obviously morning, because the way that at least the English games go, or at least as far as they go, they're kind of in like military time, like 0, like whatever, 15, whatever. Honestly, it's something that really annoys me, but I mean, I guess it's all all good, I guess, considering, that they don't have PM or AM, even though you should be able to tell what time it is according to your actual DS, which I'm hoping you set towards your actual, like, IRL time, because, I mean, that would just be weird unless you're into that RNG abusing thing, in which case you probably don't care. So, I mean, I don't know, it's just one of those little things that annoys the crap out of me. So you'll probably notice at the very beginning of, like when we just started, I had Samurott in the lead. The reason why is because I had tried to record prior to this recording, and the Gyarados kind of caught me off guard, so it was part of the reason why that recording was ruined, and so as a result I obviously restarted it, and so I mean, yeah. And the reason for the delay in that decision is because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with high jump kick or not. High risk, high reward, I guess, even though it's not really a high reward. So I mean, yeah. Sorry, I'm not sure if you actually can hear that or not. I tried to quietly yawn. I haven't been to bed yet, so yeah, normally I would be asleep as of 3 hours ago, which should be like 6 o'clock in the morning. I think I said this in my last episode that I was going to try over the weekend, and I'm losing my voice. I was going to try over the weekend to try and pull like an all-nighter, all-dayer, so I could get my schedule back. That didn't really play out as well as I had hoped it would. So obviously here I am in the morning recording, trying to lose my voice some more. But I'm trying to just kind of slowly inch my way into, staying up later every day, so that way I can be up during the day and sleep at night like a normal person. So I mean, I guess I have myself to blame for that, considering I've been kind of keeping myself up as of like the past week, sitting here just playing Rune Factory 3. It's kind of a game that I really have been considering doing a Let's Play on, but at the same time, if you're not into games like that, it's going to be very boring. So I mean, for example, Robbie Cole, aka MCole40 on YouTube. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, you probably recognize the name. Ironically, Snorlax is on the screen, which everyone makes fun of him as like Snorlax or whatever in regards to anything Pokemon related. But that's irrelevant, I suppose. Bringing up Robbie, the point was he doesn't like he was playing on his 3DS, and you know how there's the little Mi Plaza or whatever the hell it's called. They have those games that they had put on the little app, and Robbie apparently had picked up every single one of them, and upon playing the planting, farming, whatever it is one, he's like, oh no, we're not doing that. For anyone who hasn't played Rune Factory before, like any of the series, of course. It kind of has, it depends on the game, I think, and the way the story will actually play out, of course. But I'm assuming that a good majority of them have something to do with like uniting two different towns or whatever, or saving a town, or doing something like that. Growing crops, selling them, working up your own farm. Of course, I guess if you're one of those people that are big on it, you can marry one of the characters, stuff like that. I find it fun because you can forge cool items whether you know how to or not. Of course, if you don't, then the likelihood of you actually successfully doing it is unlikely. Excuse me, that was a yawn. I know I should have done this earlier, but I kind of was trying to plan everything out ahead of time. I figured I'd be less tired than this, considering usually as of like the past few days I would try to go to bed, and instead of going to sleep like, you know, most people do when they lay their head on their pillow and close their eyes, my body just says no, we're not going to sleep. So you can kind of see part of my problem for like when it comes to sleep, because like there's several factors that have something to do with me and sleep, and those factors tend to include Skype, because I talk to like literally 18 or so people in a single group, not just one-on-one or whatever. It's usually anywhere between like 5 or 6 people, maybe more on a very good day, you know, depending on your definition of good, I suppose, and usually me and one person in the entire group on a bad day. So I mean, but usually depending on who I'm talking to or what's being talked about, it can keep me up quite a while. If they say that they need me, or if they do need me for something, then usually I get on regardless of whether or not I want to. Example, we had one of our friends kind of had one of his little hissy fits, because he's one of those types of people that doesn't like being poked fun at whenever it happens to him more than other people. And honestly, I agree that it's something that probably should happen less, but it's still kind of a thing that happens. And it got to a point where he got really angry, very pissed off at a lot of the other people, because he didn't think they were real friends or some bullshit like that. So he kind of said something on Facebook that had made people think that he might have actually attempted to commit suicide, and it got to the point where one of them had to call my mother to wake me up, because, you know, whenever I am asleep, I'm usually asleep. Like, it takes a lot to kind of wake me up, unless you're driving an ice cream truck, or unless you're suddenly somehow like 5 different kids literally throwing balls at my window or screaming at the top of your lungs right outside my window. Like, it takes a lot. I mean, I've had a bat in our house before, not this one, but like on our house when we lived here before. I had a bat flying around in my room with a dog barking at me, my mother yelling at me, and her boyfriend at the time yelling at me as well, trying to get me to wake up, and I didn't do it. So, okay, like, it takes very specific things to kind of wake me up intentionally, and like, obviously my mother's gonna know one of those ways, you know, more so than anyone else. And usually it's just yelling at me because, I mean, you know, whenever you're in school, it's kind of a way that parents wake you up. So, anyways, aside from all that irrelevant crap, obviously, she had to come wake me up because they wanted me on Skype, because they were afraid that our friend was going to actually commit suicide, which obviously I've told them this before. He's not the type of person to do that, but whatever. But yeah, like, Skype's a huge factor in me staying up later than I want to, whether I want to or not, and we just kind of explain that. Video games happen to be another thing. It could be Twitch, like for example, Joshima's is now live on Twitch. He's apparently practicing GTA San Andreas. Be sure to go watch him. I enjoy watching him do GTA. I don't really care too much about the Crash Nitro Kart stuff, but he's a lot of fun to watch when he does San Andreas. it's just kind of a preference thing. He's usually overall just a cool guy. I do recommend you go and check him out. But yeah, when it comes to video game things like E3, when it comes to something like Josh or someone doing a speed run, or, you know, something that, you know, I find entertaining, that's the thing. Again, like I said, for like the past week, I've been kind of nose deep into my monitor playing Rune Factory because, yeah, and honestly I didn't remember Stone Edge being here, but if you needed a reason to come into Challenger's Cave, there's your reason. But yeah, playing a good video game, or at least something that I find to be good, of course, something entertaining like watching someone do speedruns, or if E3 is going on, things like that. Video games are another aspect as to what keeps me awake whenever I don't really want to be. The last thing is usually something along the lines of music, or if I had recently eaten before bed. That whole thing about eating before you go to bed is kind of true. You really shouldn't, because not only is there still like lingering energy going through your body and shit. Like I remember reading something somewhere about you potentially getting throat cancer because of like going to sleep like that. Just because like if you sleep like that, then the food comes back up to your like esophagus or something and causes throat cancer or something. I don't know. I keep saying something, but yeah. So basically we're at the point where we're going to waste time, and I mean, we're just going to go heal, and then we're going to go back to one of the domes and battle until the end of the episode. So I mean, because again, we do need to do a lot of leveling up off screen, and I mean, we have the champion, the Elite Four, several trainers to fight, including Cynthia. And by trainers, I mean like actual, like hard to beat or really high level, like as in highest in the game level trainers. So I mean, there's just a lot that, you know, we can still kind of do. And by a lot, I mean maybe another 3 or 4 episodes worth, maybe. Of course, again, the leveling up thing is still kind of a thing I have to do off screen. Which, again, I'll probably end up having to do when I wake up, because, you know, more video games to keep me awake. But, I mean, just kidding. Not about the Rune Factory thing, that's a legitimate thing. But, I think I've almost beaten Rune Factory as well, though I do want to get the 4th game. The 4th game came out, I think, sometime really early this year, and better graphics. This one actually allows you to play as either a male or a female character. It's kind of like that Pokemon status, but instead of getting it in Generation 2 in the remake, we get it, you know, like Generation 4 status. So I mean, I don't know. That's unless you're also counting things like the PlayStation games or the Xbox games or whatever fucking console it's on. I think it's on, I think there's like 1 or 2 for like the Wii. I don't remember if there, I think there's like 1 or something for like the PlayStation 3. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong. Hell, there could be even older generation ones for all I know. It's part of that Harvest Moon stuff, so I mean, if you're a fan of Harvest Moon, then I guess, you know, it's something that, you know, some people here might already know about, and they might be like, oh yeah, I understand what you're talking about now, and, you know, kind of understand why it's kind of good. But, yeah, I really just don't know what else to say. I do apologize. Like, I don't like recording when I'm freaking tired as crap. Like, if I'm tired, I really don't like doing much of anything except for looking at my bed, being like, here I come, and then just like fall on my bed and pass out. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it's all just irrelevant. I mean, it's something that I really would like to permanently fix. I just don't know how to do it. Honestly, I'd like to schedule out my entire day. Usually when I wake up and record whatever the hell I need to record, whether it be my LP videos, possible battle video, or shiny video if I happen to get a shiny throughout the day, things like that, as well as Dak Doctor over on No Limit Gaming, things like that. It's just like I usually wake up, do that, and then whatever else I need to do for the rest of the day, I try to do and get out of the way as soon as possible before just, you know, doing whatever the hell I want, which as of again the past week is Rune Factory 3. So I mean, I don't know. Anyways, we're coming close to the end of this video, so I mean, yeah. I really don't want to do anything like Cynthia until after the Elite Four, because there are other trainers that you can only battle post Elite Four, so I mean that'll be kind of a thing. Anyways, in the next episode we're gonna obviously have level grinded Pokemon, and we're probably going to start working on the Elite Four again. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.